There's a moment that many older men experience but rarely speak about. You're sitting at a cafe, reading a book, sipping your coffee, minding your own business. Across the room, a younger woman glances up from her phone. Your eyes meet for a brief second. She smiles. It's soft, maybe even shy. And then she looks away. Now, for most men, the brain immediately rationalizes it. She's just being polite. Don't overthink it. It doesn't mean anything. But that thought, that automatic dismissal, is where the truth gets buried. Because the assumption that her smile is meaningless is what keeps you from understanding what's really going on beneath the surface. You see, we live in a culture that tells men once they reach a certain age, they become invisible, especially to younger women. You're told that youth is everything. That attraction fades with age. That confidence should be reserved for the young. But here's what no one tells you. When you grow into your masculinity, when you mature emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, you unlock a different kind of magnetism. One that isn't loud or flashy. One that doesn't beg for attention. It's quiet, subtle, understated, and incredibly powerful. And younger women, whether they admit it or not, feel it. That smile you received? It may not have been about manners at all. It might have been a subtle moment of recognition. A reflexive response to the calmness you carry. Because let's face it, most younger men are still trying to figure out who they are. They're distracted, often insecure, sometimes arrogant. They're in a constant state of proving, chasing, performing. But you've been through the fire. You've faced failures, victories, heartache, success. And now you walk differently. You speak with ease. You look people in the eye. You move with intent. You radiate a sense of presence that doesn't have to say much, because it already says everything. And younger women? They notice. Not always consciously, but on a deeper level. They feel the contrast. They feel the difference between a boy pretending to be a man, and a man who no longer needs to pretend. When she smiles at you, it might be because your presence reminded her of what mature masculinity feels like. Not needy, not aggressive, just real. That smile could be her way of silently saying, you stand out. In today's world, many young women are tired of games, tired of emotional immaturity, tired of always being in their masculine just to survive and protect themselves. They've dated enough to recognize patterns. They've been ghosted, breadcrumbed, or love-bombed. So when they meet someone who is emotionally composed, who seems unshaken by small things, who knows how to be still, something inside them relaxes. That smile could be a moment of relief, of appreciation, of curiosity. It's not just about appearance. It's about how you make her feel without even trying. Older men often underestimate how magnetic stability is. We tend to associate attraction with youth, with status, with physical traits. But emotional security, mental clarity, those are luxuries in the modern world. And you've earned them through life. Your peace, your patience, your ability to stay calm in uncertain moments, it all speaks volumes. You don't chase attention, and that's exactly why you get it. Your silence is louder than most people's noise. And make no mistake, younger women are attracted to experience. Not because of the cliché of daddy issues or gold-digging tropes, but because experience brings depth. And depth is increasingly rare. Most people are addicted to superficiality. So when you offer presence, when you listen without interrupting, when you speak with purpose instead of performance, when you ask real questions, it's intoxicating. That smile you received could be an unconscious pull toward your lived wisdom. She might not know your story, but she can feel that you have one. You're not trying to impress her, and ironically, that's what impresses her the most. Sometimes, that smile is also a test. Women are intuitive, often more than men realize. She might be watching how you respond. Will you get flustered? Will you stare too long? Will you puff up your chest and try to be cool? Or will you meet her energy with warmth and quiet confidence, as if to say, yes, I saw that. And I'm not surprised. This isn't about arrogance. It's about being grounded in who you are. When you smile back with ease, not with hunger or neediness, but with calm assurance, you pass the test without even knowing it was one. Now let's be honest. Sometimes, that smile does mean she finds you physically attractive. Maybe she noticed your silver hair, the way your shirt fits, your posture, your scent. Maybe she likes that you don't look like you're chasing youth, but that you own your age like a man who has nothing to prove. Society often tells older men that they're invisible, that they're over the hill. But that's only true if you believe it. The truth is, many women are secretly fascinated by mature men who own their presence. Who carry themselves like the main character, not the supporting role. That smile might be her quietly saying, "You're sexy, and I didn't expect to feel that way." And here's something even deeper. Your masculinity gives her permission to be in her femininity. Most women are operating in a masculine mode all day, decision-making, protecting themselves, navigating emotionally immature men. But when she feels you're grounded, masculine energy, something in her shifts. She can relax. She can feel safe. She can let her guard down. That smile could be her first step into that softness, an invitation, a moment of vulnerability, a silent message saying, "You make me feel like I can breathe." So no, not every smile means she wants a relationship. Not every glance is an invitation. But more often than not, they're not meaningless either. They're small windows into what she feels when she's near you. Sometimes admiration, sometimes curiosity, sometimes attraction. But always something. The key is learning to see it, not with desperation or delusion, but with quiet knowing. With self-respect. With presence. The next time it happens, and it will happen again, pause before you dismiss it. Don't look away in embarrassment. Don't talk yourself out of what your intuition is picking up. Instead, acknowledge it. Smile back, gently, calmly. Let your eyes say what words never could. "I see you too." You don't need to chase. You don't need to prove anything. Your energy already speaks louder than your words. You've lived through storms. You've gained wisdom. You've mastered the art of being comfortable in your own skin. And that is what she feels when she looks at you. That's what draws her in, even if she doesn't understand it yet. So never underestimate the power of that smile. It's not just a smile. It's a signal. And once you understand that, you'll never look at yourself, or the women who notice you, the same way again.